Hi. So we're going on a winter wild camp, and we're heading up there, which is Sowerton Tor, and then from there I think we're going along to out by Great Links. So it's a beautiful sunny day. Can you see this? The white stuff. We thought we'd come to Dartmoor to have a wild camp because they've forecast really cold Arctic conditions coming in. It's gonna be like -5 tonight. And yeah, I just thought I'd come up here and test my kit out and test my abilities to the limit. See how we get on. Got all my stuff packed that I think I need. I've got a bit more than I need, just in case I get into trouble or whatever. So I've also got a couple of new items which I'm excited to test out. Watch this space, you'll find out later. Oh, and I got a little bit of new kit as well. I've got some new Berghaus waterproof trousers. So Berghaus Deluge. They're on sale on Black Friday, so I went for it. And Scarpa boots, I think they're amazing. Always thoroughly recommend those. And yeah, just thought it was time to get a new pair of those as well. So I splashed out on a little bit of kit. I've obviously told people where I'm going. If I do get into trouble, I've covered myself there. We set off at 2:30. It's probably around about 2:45 now. So I've got plenty of time to get up here, find a camping spot. I want to find a spot at around about 5 p.m. I don't want to be too early. Find a decent spot, probably out by Great Links or somewhere around there. The forecast actually, other than being really cold, there's not much wind. There's some freezing hill fog tonight forecast, which would be interesting. It's going to be good conditions to test out the kit and to do a bit of proper winter wild camping. Look at that beautiful view up there, Sowerton Tor. Yeah, we don't get too much snow down here really, so where I'm from in Cornwall, we don't get a lot at all. So it's quite exciting when it does land and I can push my skill level a little bit. There's Yes Tor and High Willies over there. Almost on a level now to the Tor, so we're going to walk to that Tor, have a look at the view, and then we're going to head out this way on these paths out here. What time is it? 3:15 in the afternoon. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. There's Great Links Tor over there, that's where we're headed. That is probably around 5k away, that one. Big Tor. So here we are on Sowerton Tor. I'll give you a panoramic view. great links in the distance, just coming into sight now. What a beautiful sight with the sun going down. Got Great Nodden over there, the lower bump. Whoa. So the temperature's dropping a bit. It's getting quite cold up here. I am getting higher up, so whether that's anything to do with it or not, I don't know, or whether it's just the time of day. It's 4 o'clock now, so I've got an hour. I want to be pitching my tent at 5, so I've got an hour to find a spot to pitch the tent, which is good. I'm on target. These yeah, there's a lot of ice here. It's pretty damn. Oh, that's solid ice. It's all going well. I'm feeling comfortable, feeling nice and warm. I can feel the cold, but I feel my torso and everything is nice and warm. I'm all right, which I think is the main thing. I am super conscious that this environment can be quite dangerous, so I've got loads of layers of clothes. And oh, you can see the water trickling underneath. Look, that's a bit weird. See that? You can hear it. That's just thin there. Whoa, that's slippery. That's it, sun gone down. It's 20 past 4 and I want to be pitching my tent at 5. So yeah, I've got to get a move on now. Too many stops and stairs and taking photos. Beautiful afternoon, amazing. My last couple of camps have been out here to Great Links tour, so I was going to try and find somewhere different, but we just have to see where we're at. It's kind of slow going when you're hitting these ice bits like this. Really slippery. Gotta watch yourself. So it's not the quickest walk today, but I'll see if I can find somewhere different to pitch up. It might be Great Links. We'll see. Okay, we've got the yak tracks on. I think they might be alright on this ice. Yeah, that's a bit better. I got my head torch on as well while I was getting those out, just so I'm prepared. I always leave it quite late. Oh, there's a pony over here, look. Dartmoor pony. Hello. You alright? Lovely evening. Oh, you've got your friends down there as well, look. Do you know what? These yak tracks make a hell of a lot of difference. Look at that backdrop. Amazing. Yeah, temperature's going down a bit. I'll put my jacket on as well now just to give that extra wind protection layer. Go on, Mark. I always just sat out and I get carried away with taking photos and that sort of stuff. I do put a time in my head, so I know 5 o'clock I want to be pitching up, but there's kind of nowhere here to pitch unless I go up there. There is a spot up there to pitch, or there's Kitty Tour over here. Now I've got to get my water from over here. We'll decide when we're getting water. Beggars can't be choosers, and you know, I've got my head torch. I'm all right. As long as I'm warm and I can see, I'm fine. Yeah, it has taken me longer today as well. I didn't know what I was going to find, but it was just going to be a thin coating of snow, or I suppose I should have, yeah, it was obvious it was going to be some ice up here, but yeah, it's really icy. So it's been quite slow going, which is holding back on time slightly. So, hey ho, we'll be fine. We're cruising now with these babies on. See that up there? I don't know whether that's a star or a plane or something. Wow. I don't know. Whew. 20 to 5 in the evening. And this is what we got. Look at that sky behind me. Great Links or Kitty Tour. We've got to toss a coin, I think. Ah, Kitty Tour looks quite good actually. That's Kitty Tour just ahead there. Just over there, look. Kitty Tour. Yeah, I might go there. Why not, eh? Get some water first from just down here, and we stomp up. And we should be at Kitty Tour. Whew. 10 past 5, hopefully. But that's the water. Wow. We're just going to head up here and follow the moor up there to Kitty Tour. I say it should be there for 10 past 5. Hopefully. What an evening. Just had to go through a really boggy area. I had to jump a few bits, and that's kind of put me back a little bit. I just wasted about 10 minutes back there. But I got through, and we're nearly there now. Hey. Just looking back towards Great Links now. Right, just reached Kitty Tour. It's 5:15, and yeah, I've camped here before actually. But you know what? When I camped here before, it was a really misty night, and now it's quite a clear evening. I'm going to pitch my tent over there. Yeah, look. There's some army huts, which I suppose also mark Kitty Tour. So we've just got to find a nice little spot which ticks all the boxes, and I don't think it's too bad here. Got a nice little bit here. So I'm all set up now. It's 20 to 6, and the tent's all pitched. Just in that small amount of time to put the tent up. Was it 20 minutes, and I've got like a frost on my bag, look. and there's actually a bit of a frosting outside the tent now, so that temperature is dropping a bit. Yeah, there's quite a bit of frost on the rucksack. Well, I'm just going to get in the tent and then I'll update you once I'm all settled in. Get the lantern up. There we go. It's a bit better. I have bought a new tent, which I'll do a video about. But this Hubba Hubba is just so great for these conditions. It's a 2-person tent. It's really light. It's just really livable. So with the conditions being pretty good this evening, cold but not too much wind or rain, this is really ideal. It's not ideal really when it's raining because it's in a pitch first, but yeah, it's a real comfort when the weather's like this. It's a real comfy tent. You've got it's a 2-person tent, so it's big enough to put all your kit in with you and have a light up, and you can sit up and read, and super cool. Get the schnozzle on. That's it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a little surprise for you. While we're setting up, we have technology here. Look at this little beauty.
Travelling down to Plymouth, see Sarah Millican now. Great tune to end hour one. Let's go live now to Susan Farr.
Bit of radio. Got my Western Mountaineering Versalite sleeping bag. Super cool, brilliant. Well, super hot actually. Done a video on this one. I'll put the link just there on this sleeping bag. Really nice and warm and really nice and lightweight. All set up now. I'll show you what we got. We got the foil mat underneath. Got the Exped Ultra 3R Sin mat and Western Mountaineering Versalite sleeping bag with my silk liner inside, Rab silk liner. So hopefully we'll be nice and warm tonight with this. Yeah, I'm not hungry yet. I did fill up with a calorie filled Burger King before I came out this afternoon, about 2 o'clock, and I'm just not hungry at the minute. So I'm going to wait for a bit till I put the food on. Might put a hot drink on, I don't know. Just going to chill out for a bit. How cool is this?
A giant Christmas tree destined for Trafalgar Square in London has arrived in England. The Norwegian spruce is sent each year as a token of thanks for Britain's support during the Second World War. And the weather dry and cold for many places tonight. Low cloud, mist and some freezing fog developing overnight, mainly in central and southern areas of England.
Freezing fog.
Hi Sarah, can you play Fairy Tale of New York due to the passing of Jane? And obviously it's a wonderful Christmas song. Take care, Amy and Honey in Norwich. Bye.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, an old man said to me, another one, and dreamed about you.
Good old Shane McGowan. Rest in peace, Shane.
For Pokes and Kirsty McCall, A Fairy Tale in New York, a beautiful way to start hour 3. Thanks very much to Amy.
There's some lights over there. Some people are coming, I think, or something's going on. So there are some other people out here tonight. I hope it's not Dartmoor Rescue coming to look for me. I'm absolutely fine. Whoa. So I just used, fortunately I've got a monocular on me and I just zoomed in on those lights and it's 2 people down there. They look like they're searchlighting. I don't know if it's Dartmoor Rescue looking for somebody. It's so cold out there. I had to just come straight back in. It's my fingers are really cold with these fingerless gloves. Yeah, I hope everyone's all right. I saw 2 groups of students earlier on, or whether they're on a course doing like winter navigating or something, I don't know, but I hope everyone's safe. I hope no one's kind of lost out here on the moors in this weather. It's pretty damn cold out there. I do have a pair of mitts, but I like these fingerless gloves because I can still do stuff like press the on button on my GoPro and things, and sort my stove out and whatever I do. You know, these fingerless gloves are great. Whew. I'll nip back out again and just see if they're out there in a minute once my fingers are warmed up. Whoa. What other gadgets we got here? I brought a few gadgets. I said I brought a few gadgets, didn't I? On this camp. So the other gadget I brought along, which I saw the chap from Going Solo, his YouTube channel is really good. A little thermometer. I think we'll hang it up and see what temperature it is. Brought a little carabiner along with me today. Don't normally bring them, but I thought it might be useful for something, and actually it might be useful for hanging this up. That works. Leave it for a minute and see what temperature it is. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'll show you my mitts actually. Oh, what an offer that is. Montane Prism mitts. They're packed down really nice and small. They're really lightweight. I wear them when I'm sleeping. That's all I use them for. But get some blood into my fingers. It might just come in handy now, might just warm me a little bit. Let's get them hands moving inside the mitts. Yeah, that is working. So I've come back out just to have a look. Now my hands have warmed up in these gloves. See if those people are still out. I think they might have disappeared down this valley in front of us down here. That's kind of where they were, but God, what a lovely evening. Look at that. Look at that setup. I'm gonna put another layer on, I think. I'm not cold yet, but the temperature is dropping. I just want to be ahead of the game, so I'm gonna stick my micro fleece on. Do you know what? I'm gonna put that on, and I'm gonna put this on. Why not? Let's get nice and warm. I've also got another fleece I can put on, but this is what I'll be sleeping in. And then over the top of this, I'll put my Arc'teryx Atom jacket and then my waterproof over that, because I do get some insulation from that waterproof. I'm still quite nice and warm, so I can thermally warm this up. Now my Arc'teryx jacket is quite nice and loose, so it's not going to compress this down. We'll see if it works anyway. They do say you've got to put these down jackets on as a outer layer, but I'm going to give this a go. Like the Michelin Man. Whoa, nice and toasty. Golden vegetable. It's been hanging around for a bit, but it should be alright. It was nice to have a bit of radio, but it's also nice to have a little bit of peace and just listen to the outside world. And you can hear the wind, and I could hear a scuffling earlier on, but there's kind of ponies and sheep and cows. There's all sorts out here with me. It's quite nice to listen to all that, really. But I can see the benefits of a radio. It will be in the summer. It'd be really cool if I was pitched up early, get a radio going, or maybe later this evening. It's nice to have the option. Oh, look at that steam tonight. So cold. Oh yeah, cool. Done. Steam down. Golden vegetable cup of soup, eh? Can't beat that. It's my starter. There you go. You see that? Look at that beauty. Cheers. Get a bit of warmth in me. Not actually that hungry still. I've got some super noodles. I might just have them. I don't know. I do have a large chili con carne, 800 calorie, and I've got a rice pudding with cinnamon, which I was thinking I might have a breakfast. But I don't know, I might just have some super noodles. God, it's great to have this space in here. I can sit up, lots of space for my stuff. Got it all just here. Yeah, it's nice. The hubba it's perfect for these conditions. Absolutely spot on. Just really big, livable space. You can chill out in it. It's obviously winter camping, so you're going to spend a lot of time in the tent. I don't think you can get everything from one tent. I just don't think you can. I think you probably need something that's kind of proper winter tent for winter rain, and then another tent maybe that you can use for comfort, you know, and lightweight. Yeah. But yeah, really super glad I brought this today. Oh, I am comfortable, by the way. My thermometer's reading -5. It's blooming cold, but I've got my layers on. I'm comfortable. I'm in my sleeping bag because my feet were getting a little bit cold, and I've got goose feet booties on, which are down booties, but my feet were still cold outside the sleeping bag, so I got myself in the sleeping bag slightly just to keep my feet warm. But the rest of me, yeah, I'm all right, you know, I'm comfortable. And I have got another layer I can put on as well, another fleece if I need to, a thicker fleece. But I don't feel the need for it, I feel fine. And my hands have warmed up nicely now, so I've got my fingerless gloves on so I can do things. Fingerless gloves are really good for certain things. I did make the mistake once of going out on a wet day just with these, and they got wet and my hands got really cold, so they won't serve every purpose, but for dry winter days they're really good. Oh, it's nice having a cup of soup. It's really warming and really comforting. So this is the radio, and I think it weighs about 65 grams, which is nothing. Then you've got to put 2 AAA batteries in, but it doesn't weigh very much. I tell you how much it weighs. It's exactly the same weight as this little book I've bought. Bought a little Stonehenge book. You see the size of that? A little thin book, and this weighs the same. Cool, isn't it? I mean, even just for the weather forecast, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's just above -5. -4. Starting to get frozen water now. Probably is icing up a bit. I better filter out what I need of that before it all freezes, I think. Okay, so it would seem that my soya water filter is frozen. I'm gonna try and push down on there. Nothing is coming out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna boil this small amount of water and just dip the end of that filter in it and see if that works, because I think the water's frozen in the nozzle. We're gonna have some super noodles, curry flavour. So yeah, I've been filtering out as much water as I can because my soya filter was a bit frozen or something. The cold's affected it, so I had to put it into a little bit of hot water, and it got it working again. So I thought what I'll do is filter as much water as I can, and then I'm going to put it into a dry bag and put it in my sleeping bag for the night. But I think this other water, this bladder of water, well, it's freezing now actually. So in the morning it's going to be completely frozen. So I'm going to fill my pot tonight, my cooking pot. So if it does ice up, I can just stick it onto the stove and turn it on and defrost it in the morning. And even my mug, I can fill that up with water and just leave it there. And if that freezes, I can stick that on the stove, can't I? Yeah, I can sort it out that way, rather than trying to push frozen water through a water filter. I have to sort it. I'll have to think about it all. I'm getting there though. We're getting there. So this is full of hot water. I put boiling water in it and then I left the lid off just to, I didn't want it exploding. So it's a cig bottle. I've let it cool down. Now it's hot, but not boiling. I'll stick it into a sock and then put it into a dry bag and stick it in my sleeping bag, just to be safe. Because if I got a wet sleeping bag tonight, that'd be seriously wrong in these conditions. That's my cig bottle. I'm gonna make sure the lid's right on. And I'm gonna put it into a sock. Spare sock. Double up my socks, I reckon. Why not? Keep them all warm. Right, so in my spare socks and in the dry bag. Now I'm going to stick that whole concoction in my sleeping bag. So if it does leak, it's in a dry bag. And that's my water for my coffee and my rice pudding in the morning for breakfast. So that's that taken care of. Now, see how the noodles getting on. Stick the curry sauce powder in. God, they smell so good. Curry super noodles. Reminds me of when I was a teenager. We used to go out, if we went camping, we would cook noodles. And I think I lived off them at college as well. I think everyone did. Lovely. So I'm just gonna get that to the boil again and just leave it dwell. And they should be cooked, I reckon. Oh, I scorched the bottom. Never mind. Should be alright. Can you see them? There you go. Curry flavour super noodles. Ace. Looking good. Let's see if I've cooked them to perfection. There you go. What a treat. Camping on Dartmoor, -5, curry super noodles, nice and warm in your tent. Don't get any better than this, does it? What an adventure. Oh, we're about 6k away from any road. Right, I'm going to get on and eat these noodles, and then I'll update you in a bit. See what else we've got going on. Just making some hot chocolate. It tastes chocolatey. A little bit plasticky. But it is warm. And that's the main thing. I'm not cold, but I want to put as much warm stuff in me as I can. And hot chocolate seemed like a good idea. It's a very still and quiet night. I'll be quiet a minute, you can just listen. There's a gentle breeze. I think I can hear like animals about. But you know, it's alright. God, look at this. Inside of the tent, look. Completely iced up. And that cooking is just going to make even more ice. Amazing. Yeah, that's alright. That hot chocolate, it's doable. Alright, so I've got my thermal long johns on, look. Ready for bed. Got my goose feet down booties on. Gonna get into bed now, I think. What time is it? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Get into bed and maybe read a little bit of my Stonehenge book. It's a little lightweight book that I've got. Right then, so that's meal sorted. I'm in bed, tucked in. Yeah, just gonna read my book for a little bit and drift off to sleep. It's very peaceful here. Very quiet night. Unless anything magic or tragic happens, I'll see you in the morning. Night then.